Marjorie Taylor Greene rips Catholic Church for helping migrants. Satan's controlling the church. Fuck me. Prepare your brain, chat. Prepare your brain.
The U.S. bishops have, for decades now, taken enormous sums of money from the federal government, federal taxpayers, to assist in illegal immigration, some refugee resettlement also, but the vast bulk of the money that they've taken over the years is to essentially skirt around the U.S. immigration laws. I mean, you've just described a situation with America falling apart. And yet here are all these religious leaders like, oh, we have to love the family and this and that. Is that two-faced?
It's interesting. I thought we had a separation of church and state, right?
Yeah.
No, what it is it's Satan's controlling the church.
Say again?
Around the U.S. immigration laws. I mean, you've just described a situation with America falling apart.
The Catholic Church helped get around the U.S.
We have to love
immigration laws.
This and that. Is that two-faced?
It's interesting. I thought we had a separation of church and state, right?
Yeah.
No, what it is it's Satan's controlling the church. The church is not doing its job, and it's not adhering to the teachings of Christ, and it's not adhering to what the Word of God says we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to live. And what they're doing by saying, oh, we have to love these people and take care of these migrants and love one another. This is loving one another. Yes, we are supposed to love one another, but their definition of what love one another means destroying our laws. It means completely perverting what our Constitution says. It means taking unreal advantage of the American taxpayer. And it means pushing a globalist policy on the American people and forcing America to become something that we are not supposed to be.
All right, man. Like, I've read the Bible. I'm one of those type of fucking neurodivergent people that has actually read the Bible. And one of the things I remember learning is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 34. Now, you might have heard Leviticus cited by people like Marjorie Taylor Greene before because they talk about lying down with another man being bad, right? But it's honestly unusual because Leviticus chapter 19, verse 34 says, the foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself. For you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Love them as yourself. Now, I don't know. And they must be treated as native born. There is not a clearer fucking guidance in the Bible than to treat immigrants well. It's one of the core, I would say one of the core moral teachings of the Bible throughout is that you should treat a foreigner well, that you should help someone expecting nothing in return. What she's saying is actual from hell, Satan shit. Like, I honest to God don't understand the brains of people like her. Like, god damn, dude. It's fucking clear as day.
Loving one another means is the true meaning of loving one another, and loving others means that you also have to uphold the law. You have to uphold the rules, and you say no. There's times you say no. And here's America handing over billions and billions and billions of dollars in foreign aid to where? These countries where these people are coming from, like Guatemala, Mexico. I mean, we could go through the whole list.
Right.
Our dollars, our American dollars, they like fly out the window and fly down there to those countries. Well, here's what we should be doing. We should hold those countries accountable. Oh, I'm sorry, Guatemala, you're not getting a check this year because you have sent X number of thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people to illegally invade our country as if they're an army. Yeah. They may not have guns, but they're the numbers of a regiment and of an army. We won't be able to send you your foreign aid until you bring your people back and use this. If you're interested in foreign aid, use this money to help your people, right? Because that's what this is designed. And the bishops of people well, here's what we should be doing. We should hold those countries accountable. Oh, I'm sorry, Guatemala, you're not getting a check this year because you have sent X number of...
She seems to think that, like, we give foreign aid to Guatemala or Colombia or something to help them, instead of the fact that we cooed their government, who is trying to, invest in their own country, to put in a right-wing dictatorship so he could steal their resources. They are not underdeveloped. They're overexploited.
But that expropriation of the third world has been going on for 400 years, brings us to another revelation, namely that the third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Most countries are rich. The Philippines are rich. Brazil is rich. Mexico is rich. Chile is rich. Only the people are poor. But there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and to be taken. There's been billions for 400 years. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flax, the hemp, the cocoa, the rum, the tin, the copper, the iron, the rubber, the bauxite, the slaves, and the cheap labor. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped, they're overexploited.
If we stop sending money to Guatemala, that would be good for them. Because that would mean we're no longer funding the CI motherfucking A and all of our narco-trafficking allies in those countries that are corrupting them to the hilt.
Of thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people to illegally invade our country as if they're an army. Yeah. They may not have guns, but they're the numbers of a regiment, of an army. We won't be able to send you your foreign aid until you bring your people back and use this. If you're interested in foreign aid, use this money to help your people, right? Because that's what this is designed. And the bishops, the bishops of Catholic relief charities and services, they should be all in support of that. They should be in support of United States politicians holding these other countries accountable for all the American taxpayer dollars that flood into their countries. So if the bishops were reading the Bible and truly preaching the word of God to their flock, like
and not covering up sex abuse,
and not covering up child sex abuse and pedophilia, yes, that would be
like your best friend Matt Gaetz, who literally paid for a teenage girl to have sex, whose best friend is going to federal prison for exactly that. Obviously, and by the way, Chad, who do you think is helping protect the Catholic Church from accountability on these sex abuse scandals? Oh, it would be Republican politicians. There were two Pennsylvania politicians who fought hardest to prevent an expansion of the statute of limitations for child sex abuse crimes in Pennsylvania. One of them was a guy named by the name of Pat Brown. The other guy, another Pennsylvania senator, Republican, got caught with child porn.
One another way.
Here, let me show you. Former PA State Senator Mike Folmer gets jail term for child porn possession. Former Pennsylvania lawmaker was sentenced to jail Tuesday for possession of child pornography at a case that prompted him to resign from the state Senate and plead guilty. He was not classified as a violent sexual offender under state law. Wow, isn't that nice of them, how they gave him a fucking soft plea bargain deal? Did you see the former cop union guy that only got 10 years for raping a child? Yeah, no fucking shit. I did see that. In case you're wondering for the site of my of the source, here's an article from Patriot News. Once feisty Mike Folmer is not fighting child pornography charges. I'm at the mercy of the court. Daubert, who said she is a survivor of there's no punishment great enough for what he's done, and I'm here to represent that little girl depicted in the images found on Folmer's cell phone and all the other victims that their lives have been uprooted, destroyed by people like him, Daubert said. Daubert, who said she is a survivor of sexual abuse as a child, noted that she met with Folmer several times during the legislature's recent debates over changing the statute of limitations to expand the rights of child sex abuse victims to sue their abusers and any employers who might have covered them for them as adults. In the end, Daubert said, she felt betrayed by Folmer when he and his majority Republican colleagues in the state Senate blocked the bill after it had passed the House. I'm very upset, Even though he pled guilty and he's going to go to jail, I don't feel that the penalties are harsh enough for these people. And they tend to reoffend, so we need to change a lot of things here in Pennsylvania regarding this subject. Folmer was also greeted by supporters Thursday. One woman who greeted Folmer with a hug as he arrived at the courtroom said she wished him well and would be keeping him in her prayers. Folmer, accompanied by his wife Sheila and other family members, was visibly grateful. According to arrest papers filed by Special Agent Gordon Goodrow, the AG's investigation began in February 2019 after the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a report from the social media platform Tumblr that suspected child porn had been uploaded into one of its accounts on December 28, 2017. In September 17, 2019, agents armed with a search warrant raided Folmer's home while other agents simultaneously confronted the senator at his Lebanon office. Folmer agreed to return home and surrender his iPhone. Goodrow said Fuller stated, without having an attorney present, that he had been dealing with some personal issues and that he received child pornography through his Tumblr blog. In the years since, Folmer had carved out a reputation as a staunch fiscal conservative. Folmer likely gained the most attention for his work on legalization of marijuana for medicinal purposes. Oh. So here's what you have, chat. You have a right-winger who fought against increasing the statute of limitations for child sex abuse and for the employers of that. Republican, caught with child porn. What a fucking surprise, right? Hey, how come this guy isn't a fucking groomer? Not a peep from the right wing about this guy. You wouldn't even know that he had prevented that law from being changed if I hadn't told you.
Would have the true meaning and not the perversion and the twisted lie that they're
fucking
making
disgusting,
it to be.
Vile piece of trash. Southern redneck garbage. They are absolutely Madison Cawthorn. Madison Cawthorn is getting absolutely fucking everything. It all started with this. All right? It all started with this. Let's start it with this. And then we'll watch Hasan shit.
A Republican congressman accused his colleagues of...
And why am I watching Hasan? Because according to Hasan, this is real. Madison Cawthorn may be going... I don't know if I'm being trolled. Am I being trolled? Am I being lied? Am I being a dupe? Am I being gullible?
Doing...
Because I don't think Hasan would lie like this. It's happening. Fucking, I'm doing it. Hey, man, would love to connect sometime. Still down? Because I absolutely will have you on. Oh, okay. Now, chat. This is the type of React content I support. This is politics. See, the difference between this and other stuff is like, this is funny, but it's also politics. All right. And like for many people, they have a hard time distinguishing between like pathetic personal drama. And this is when pathetic personal drama has become important politics. And then we can enjoy it. He posted this in Discord with the response. Oh my lord. Hey man, would love to connect sometime. Still down because I absolutely will have you on. I see what you're doing to you right now. Come address why the establishment is eating you alive. They're not part of our generation where everyone has a phone camera. I also 100% think the last couple of hit jobs are BS. We obviously won't agree on anything else though. Thanks man. I know we don't agree on much, but I do often appreciate a lot of your takes and approach. I've got my primary on the 17th. Would you be down to after? Bro, this is for anybody who thinks that Hasan is not making a massive, okay, calm down, massive impact. Orgy and drug allegations. Also, the allegations that he's gay and shit. The Republican establishment is going buck wild going after him because he told the truth, chat. He told the truth. It is fucking batshit. Okay, I don't need to say representatives. You guys know what rep means, right? Normies know what rep means, right? I don't really know anymore. I've known what rep means since I was like 15, so I don't know what normies know. Mike, it seems like some aren't fans of Hasan having Madison Cawthorn on because he's anti-trans and Hasan isn't a good debater. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Do you think it'll end with him debating Cawthorn like he did with Christian Walker? Christian Walker and Madison Cawthorn are dumb as nails. He will fucking destroy them. Also, he's not a good debater is a lie. He's a very good debater. The only people who don't think Hasan are a good debater are debate bro lying sacks of shit who are so mentally addicted to the idea of trashing him that it's like part of their brand, like where their entire identity is trashing Hasan for being a himbo. Hasan is an earnest guy who's got humility, all right, and like and by the way, he's smart. Hasan knows a very important trick in life, chat. Keep expectations low and over-deliver. If you keep expectations low and over-deliver, then the person will be a hell of a lot happier than if you give them high expectations and do a really good job, but just not quite up to what they expected. When you go around going, I'm the ultimate debate bro, if there's any kind of mistakes, then it's a loss. But if you're like, well, I'm a kind of a himbo, I don't debate that well, and you do pretty well, people are going to orgasm about how smart you are. There's a difference between debate broing and being a smart, humble person who can defend their beliefs, and that's exactly what Hasan is. Fucking debate perverts. What takes does Madison like from Hasan? Probably one's attacking, the establishment, but he's too dumb to get it. What happened to the debate pervert emote, by the way? Oh, shit. That's right. I've been really busy the last, week, Chad. I'm sorry. I need to, set aside more time to just focus on, stream shit, but, my personal life is absorbing a lot of time. They expect him to destroy him in the marketplace of ideas, but he just sees the content he will get out of it. Hasan is stealing himbo valor? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Hasan is not a himbo. It's frustrating for me to see him steal himbo valor, okay? Just disgusting. Hasan is very good at making right-wing people reveal things about themselves they normally wouldn't share. True. Hasan can be bad at times for delivering his message to people who don't know the background of the point he's making. Dude, that's literally everyone for all time. Predictions on Mac's viewer count if he gets Cawthorn on stream. I don't know. That's a good question. What if Madison loses his primary and goes on the stream and lays waste to the Republican Party? I mean, he could definitely lose. All right, let me give you guys, for those of you who don't know the background, let me show you the background.
A Republican congressman accused his colleagues of doing cocaine and holding orgies. While Donald Trump decided that in the middle of Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine, he would ask Vladimir Putin to dig up dirt on the Bidens. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. There's a lot you can say about the modern Republican Party. It's paranoid, authoritarian,
Flash case, thanks to 17 months.
Conspiracy theories and culture wars. But in addition to that, it's full of weird people constantly saying weird like... When Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene called the president the commander-and-chief rather than commander-in-chief, which is the actual title, does she think the two jobs are separate? Being president is super hard because you're the commander and you're the chief. When the Constitution was written in 1492 by Christopher Colombo, they were originally two separate jobs. The commander was George Washington and the chief was Clancy Whigham. And then there's North Carolina Congressman Madison Cawthorn, who said something so bizarre the other day that even a Republican senator from his home state said Cawthorn clearly has been an embarrassment at times. Cawthorn compared the real-life Washington to the Netflix show House of Cards, and in the process made some pretty crazy allegations about what goes on in D.C.
The sexual perversion that goes on in Washington, I mean, being kind of a young guy in Washington, where the average age is probably 60 or 70, and I look at all these people, a lot of them that I've looked up to through my life. I've always paid attention to politics, guys that, then all of a sudden you get invited to, hey, we're going to have kind of a sexual get-together at one of our homes. You should come. And I'm like, what did you just ask me to come to? Yeah. And then you realize they're asking you to come to an orgy. Yeah. Or the fact that, there's some of the people that are leading on the movement to try and remove, addiction in our country. And then you watch them do, a key bump of cocaine right in front of you. And it's like, wow, this is wild.
Come on, man, you really expect us to believe that Congress could plan and execute an orgy?
Of all the jokes you could make, that may be the most neoliberal. Of all the jokes you can make about a 60-year-old doing an orgy, the joke that he makes has the assumption that the government can't do stuff. Congress makes and executes a lot of things every year. The myth of their incompetence is a lie to make you disassociate from politics. You liberal dipshit. They do exactly what they want. They're able to get $30 billion together in a snap for Ukraine. They could put $800 billion into the pockets of the military-industrial complex. They can put trillions of dollars in the hands of Wall Street overnight. They are not incompetent. They do exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, very rapidly, and very competently, I may add. Now, it's bad for you because they don't serve you. But the idea that they can't do things is such a dumbass liberal trope to make you think government bad. Fuck you, Seth. You suck.
At best, I could see them announcing an exploratory committee that would...
And by the way, right, why make a joke about McConnell filibustering a nut on someone? Exactly. Just make a Viagra joke. Train pill, they call it managing expectations. Yeah, they want to keep those expectations low. Biden isn't doing exactly what he wants to do. Manchin isn't doing exactly what they want to do. They're just so incompetent. No, dummy. They're doing exactly what they want to do. You're just a fucking clown. The key bump line used by Cawthorn lets you know he's had a ton of fun in college. Oh yeah, he 100%. Anybody who knows what a key bump is has seen cocaine used or used it themselves. You don't just say key bump. That's just not something you know unless you've seen cocaine used in front of you or you used it yourself. Mike just hates everyone getting really old. I don't hate everybody. I just sat there praising a whole bunch of people.
Begin to investigate the feasibility of an orgy at a later date.
True.
And then it would grind
honestly,
to
I don't
a
hate
halt
everyone,
because
though.
one faction would say they wouldn't go unless the orgy was carbon neutral. And then Joe Manchin would say he's only going to vote for the orgy if there was money for coal in it. And then someone would say, why do you need coal at an orgy? And Joe Manchin would say, I guess you've never been to a West Virginia sex party. It just wouldn't happen.
Keymaster, thanks for the prime.
Although, in Cawthorn's defense, I will say Chuck Schumer positions his glasses like a man watching an orgy.
Okay, that's a better joke. That's a better joke. See, because it's fucking true. And he's sitting in the cuck chair. You know that he's sitting in the cuck chair with his glasses just like this.
Well, what do we have here? Also, I gotta say, if they were having orgies and doing cocaine, I would actually find that impressive. I mean, they're all 70 and 80 years old. If you told me Chuck Grassley was snorting blow and boning nonstop, I'd be like, damn, maybe he's more with it than I thought. Also, Chuck Grassley, just gonna say it, pretty good name for an adult film star. Is that what you order, a pizza? Now, Cawthorn is presumably referring to his fellow Republicans here, since those are the people he caucuses and spends time with. So he seems to be accusing his own GOP colleagues of being sex-crazed drug addicts.
We know that this is, is Matt Gaetz? Why is Matt Gaetz not being brought up? I assume he's going to bring up Matt Gaetz. I haven't pre-watched this chat. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to give you background.
Why, understandably, those same colleagues are pissed at him now. House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy called Cawthorn into his office today, maybe hoping to score an invite or to tell him to stop narking. And Pennsylvania Republican Scott Perry, the chairman of the ultra-conservative House Freedom Caucus, said he plans to speak to the North Carolina Republican one-on-one about the incendiary comment. Perry further indicated that Cawthorn should identify the individuals he alleges engaged in that behavior. I think it is important, if you're going to say something like that, to name some names. Oh, please don't name names. Because all those names go with faces we know.
What's the joke here? I guess they're just old and ugly, so we don't want to know about the incredible corruption and hypocrisy? Okay, good joke.
But this is truly an amazing turn in the evolution of the Republican Party. They whipped up their base into believing crazy. That base then elected a bunch of crazy people who believe that crazy. And now those crazy people are accusing their fellow Republicans of engaging in wild drug-fueled sex parties. This whole group of pro-Trump toadies is just so weird and loathsome. Like Texas Senator Ted Cruz, for example, who, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, wasn't invited to the orgy. Well, it's just frustrating because we're always getting our dates mixed up. Cruz claimed the other day that a mysterious cabal is somehow controlling the Biden administration because he personally has not spoken to Biden during his presidency.
I actually get asked that almost every day. Somebody says, who's really running things? And let me tell you the scary thing. I have no idea. So Biden's been president, 15 months? In that entire time, I have not spoken with him once.
Well, I guess that means he's at the orgies that you're not at. But I do wonder why a person wouldn't want to speak to Ted Cruz. It truly is a mystery. It's one of those age-old questions. Why don't people like talking to Ted Cruz? Or why don't people like getting hit in the nuts with a football? This is the modern Republican Party, a collection of fringe weirdos who, by the way, will very likely control Congress next year. And they could very well end up nominating Donald Trump for president again. He keeps holding his unhinged rallies and keeps strongly hinting that he'll run again. And he remains, as of now, the most influential Republican in the country, which is terrifying for many reasons, among which is the fact that he tried to stage a coup, which a House committee and a federal judge have said was very likely a crime. He's hidden or possibly even destroyed evidence of that crime. And on top of all that, keeps going out of his way to praise a brutal autocrat currently waging a horrific war on an innocent neighboring country. And now Trump is complaining that the media keeps getting mad whenever he calls various dictators like Vladimir Putin smart.
You know,
I always think I'm about to fall asleep whenever I watch like Seth Meyers. No wonder they have such successful night, shows at night, because like you start watching them and then you pass out and you leave your TV on. So as far as the Nelson's rating machine's concerned, you're watching it even though you're passed out in front of the TV.
Every time I say somebody's smart, they always go, "Oh, Trump said that President Xi of China is smart." Well, he runs 1.5 billion people with an iron fist. Yeah, I think he's pretty smart. And they have a chain over there. If you're a dummy, you get left here. It's like this. It's like a pyramid. The smartest one gets to the top. But they asked me, is Putin smart? Yes, Putin was smart. And I actually thought he was going to be negotiating. I said, that's a hell of a way to negotiate. Put 200,000 soldiers on the border. It looked like a great negotiation. That didn't work out too well for him.
I like wounded Trump. He's 75 but whines like a grounded teenager. It's not fair. Everyone's mad at me because I said Putin's smart.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chad. We're not going to watch any more Trump shit. I'm sorry. I thought they were going to bring it back to Madison Cawthorn. Okay, here it is.
You think the name was Ah!
Okay.
These two moments should give you a pretty good idea of where the Republican Party is right now. It's an unhinged movement of aspiring authoritarians whose leader is openly praising a brutal tyrant and asking him once again to intervene in U.S. politics, while a congressman accuses his colleagues of drug-fueled sex parties. I have no idea what those orgies look like, but I'm guessing.
It's like a pyramid.
This has been a closer look.
Okay. All right, that was the libs. All right, so now Hasan is bringing on Madison Cawthorn because Madison Cawthorn, the moment Madison Cawthorn, this is incredible, started to publish this information. He started talking about the cocaine orgies and shit. All sorts of there's been a metric shit ton of opposition research that's being dumped all over the internet, trashing him.
You're going to tell me that this queen right here is not...
Madison Cawthorn photos reveal him wearing women's lingerie in a public setting. Look at this. Look at this. By the way, chat, the powder puff game is an American tradition. Cross-dressing is an American tradition that is as old as apple pie. Okay? How dare you attack people for cross-dressing?
Not serving. Are you crazy? Look at this. Look at it closer. Look at that. Look at it. Objectively slaying. Okay? Straight up.
Look at those.
First of all, body
hoops.
fat percentage on lock. Okay? I have to respect that. You guys know this. My man likes to work out. Okay? Secondly, just gotta say, looking like an absolute babe in lingerie. Okay? Looks good. It's just the truth. Look at him doing material gwirl. He literally is he's like, it's giving Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss Slay Queen 100%. He is eating up the girls he ate and left no crumbs. To be fair, this kind of absolves the Republicans that invited him to an orgy because honestly, two reasons. One, you guys got mad at me before, but we found out that his stuff works. But that would be one.
Wait, his penis works? If you didn't know this, chat, Madison Cawthorn is lost the use of his legs in a car accident. And typically when you have a spinal injury, sometimes you lose the function of your penis and sometimes you don't. So according to Hasan, it still works. How do they know that? He's not paralyzed, his legs are fucked up? No, his legs are paralyzed, dude. Hasan checked.
The reason why I would do it, I'm sorry. And also I would want him to get laid. And two, after seeing this, how you're not gonna invite this guy to the orgy? Are you fucking serious, dude? He is the perfect person to be at the orgy. My man is looking so pan, okay? Straight up, dude. What's up? Oh, you guys love talking about Femboy Friday, Femboy fishing. When is Hasi gonna do Femboy fishing? But when I say Madison Cawthorn looks like a fucking slay queen, you're like, unacceptable, fucked up. I think you're homophobic. I think you're LGBT. You are the real LGBT foes in this community. Not me, you motherfucker, okay? Straight up. No cat ears, no femboy. Oh, some of you just think becoming a femboy
I got a
is
homie who was hit by a drunk driver, has a similar spinal injury. His cock still be doing its thing. Oh, awesome. Okay, well, I mean, that's important.
By wearing cat ears. Wrong. Why do you hate the LGBTQ community? Is the question you should be asking yourself. Okay? This slay queen is giving submissive and breedable per dude. Anyway, so you can't, it's undeniable. He looks like a power twink. Okay? Straight up. And he looks good. Just the truth. Just the goddamn truth. Don't care. I will say it. Anyway, twunk. Not a power twink, but a twunk. Why? Hunk and a twink mixed together, obviously. He is way too muscular to be just a straight twink. Okay. You would lose playing it straight the first day, and that's a good thing. Anyway. 1,000,000% hotter than his regular button-down khaki golfer anti-swag. Oh, for sure. Okay, so yeah, he ate all the crumbs and nothing left. Okay, so it's the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Now that we covered that part, though, again, they are attacking him. Okay, they're attacking him unjustifiably for being cool and bringing a gun to an airport, or being cool and actually fucking dressing up in drag and having a good time. That's funny. Okay, anyway. You think Madison Cawthorn had wheelchair orgies with Greg? Okay, stop. Greg Abbott? Never. I would never invite him to an orgy. Straight up. Greg Abbott is not coming to the orgy. I don't care. He's not allowed. Not allowed. He's not. He's not. I don't know. I'd have to see him in drag. We'll see. Okay.
Oh no.
So,
I think. Wait. We got a post here. Funkadelic says, I think Cawthorn is lying about the orgy bullshit. I think he's just trying to appeal to his QAnon chud base by mentioning and passing provocative sexual deviant scandals, not specifically alluding to Congress to rile up controversy and media attention. I want to say this, Funkadelic, from the bottom of my heart, as somebody who's worked in politics, you are wrong. I don't know what else to tell you. As somebody who's worked in politics, wait, you think you are dead fucking wrong. By the way, we've already talked about it. It's an open secret. There's swinger clubs in DC. What the fuck are you guys talking about? He would say the Dems are doing orgies if he wanted to pander to QAnoners. Exactly. Rich and powerful people have done this kind of shit forever. You're naive as fuck if you think it doesn't. Of course it fucking happens.
Never forget Gallipoli. It's right. All right. There's a key way I find this hilarious. No, I love one thing that I do love about Anzac Remembrance is that like they straight up fucking hate the kingdom more for sending them to Turkey than the actual fucking Turkish people that they fought against, which is wild to consider. Like respect for that. Like every Australian, New Zealander I've talked to is like, yeah, fuck the queen, mate. Fuck the fucking queen kingdom. They hate being sent out there to Gallipoli more than they hate the Turkish people. Anyway. The OP in its final form when the GOP deny his dick works through an intern or some shit? No. Okay, so his dick does work, and it's irrelevant. All right, giving Dark Viper AU more content, shaking my head. Who Dark Viper AU, bro? The Democrats have 0 confirmed fanboys. The Republicans have at least 1. This is why we're going to lose the midterms. Oh my God, you're right. Okay, so, but yeah, now he's caught bringing a gun through airport security. The footage of him being pulled over by cops got fucking leaked too. Let's watch the rest of this footage. Let's watch
Madison Cawthorn was cited for having a gun at Charlotte Douglas Airport this morning.
Oh my God.
Now, according to the TSA, a 9mm handgun was discovered at checkpoint D. The TSA declined to identify the person, but sources say, 3 of them, that it was Cawthorn. It's unclear if he'll face any criminal charges for this. A spokesperson for CMPD would not immediately comment. This is not the first time that a gun has been discovered on Cawthorn at an airport, though. We know in February of 2020.
That's kind of cool. He just like always brings a gun to the airport. He keeps that fucking thing on him, dude. Respect. He keeps that fucking thing on him, dude. What the fuck? Second time? He's always strapped up. Yo, dude, he's got fucking haters. Have you guys ever seen that video of Tekashi 6ix9ine getting out of his like McLaren and walking into like a 7-Eleven or whatever? And he very clearly has a gun in his like little purse that
this also happened to him a couple weeks ago. Oh, fucking Christ. Madison Cawthorn pulled over by police again. Cop has to confiscate his driver's license because, get this, it's invalid. Officer then has Cawthorn switch places with his passenger so she could drive instead. What, did his license expire? It's in the state of revocation. He's been caught driving without a license. Wait, he doesn't have a license? Licenses shouldn't expire. Wrong. They usually last like 5-10 years, dude. Like, you need to get pictures of people that are up to date. Make sure they're like alive. In Arizona, my license expires in 40 years. What? How do you use that to ID yourself? What? That's so stupid. Must be nice to take some time off work during the day to go to the DMV. Hey, man, sometimes we just have to require people to do things. I'm going to be the first person in your life to tell you that sometimes you have to do things. I know. Being forced to do stuff is so... your anarchitty babies are going to cry. But sometimes you have to be forced to do things. You had to go to school till you were 18. You want to drive a car, you're going to have to get a license. Now, should we make it hard for you to do it? No. Should it be easy for you to do it? Yes. Should you have free access to it? Yes. But I can't do it. I can't get my license every 5 years. What? Get the fuck out of here. As long as we have the appropriate DMVs located conveniently, which, by the way, I would have, I don't have a problem with forcing you to go and get it. If you do, then you're probably an anarchist and we're not friends. Arizona licenses don't expire until you're 65. So it could be up to 49 years valid. That is fucking batshit crazy. That is fucking batshit crazy. Chad, if you want better takes on disability politics, please listen to Death Panel. All I can say, Ganja Doc, all I can say is first, don't advertise people that I didn't specifically already ask you to advertise. Number one, this is not a bad take on disability. I'm sorry, folks. We're going to require you to do things. In my perfect society, we're going to require you to do things. Sorry, not sorry. Shouldn't every person be granted a right to own a vehicle since you know there's limited public transportation? I think it would be better to build that public transportation. If you can hold on to a license for 50 years, you deserve that shit. No. Florida doesn't require a new picture. These southern states, and by the way, Arizona is a southern state, in my opinion. It is the culture of a southern state, are fucking backward. So Madison Cawthorn had to switch seats. Bella. That's funny. Okay, let's get back.
Has and you know, he's just like walking like this, hidden. One of you must have seen it. If you've seen it, please send it in the chat and we can all watch it together. But Madison Cawthorn also stays strapped. Why? Because he's got fucking ops, dude. What do you mean? He's got fucking ops. He needs to have the blicky on him at all times because he's got fucking ops. Do you think Kevin McCarthy, who made him cry so hard his face was like fucking, his face was bloated? Madison Cawthorn unjustifiably under attack for cool shit like bringing a gun to an airport or dressing up in drag. And not just...
By the way, chat, it's America! So you forgot your gun. Big deal. I sometimes forget the 8 guns I carry around because why? I'm an American, and who knows? Maybe my first, second, and third, my primary, my secondary, and my backup firearm will all be jammed, lost, or I'll spend all the ammo. So I need my 4th backup, and occasionally you'll forget you even have it. It's America. No? We all are we're hiding guns all over the place. I'm just kidding. That's fucking stupid. What an idiot. Well, he was caught. At least he was caught. The TSA did something. The TSA caught one, chat. How many guns does the TSA find every year, do you think? I found a bunch of bullets in my garage the other day. Cha-ching, man. That's nice. Good money. He can afford to hire a bodyguard whose job is responsible for that sort of thing. Ugh. I don't know, dude. If I made hundreds, I wouldn't want to hire a bodyguard. I mean, he makes $174,000 as a congressperson, which is good money, but not enough to hire bodyguards. Like, he could just leave them at home and pick someone up at the swap meet when he arrives. Yeah, true. Like, I was able to get my concealed carry license before I was able to renew my driver's license, but then again, I'm in Texas. I don't think you guys need it anymore. I thought they just repealed that. Congresspersons don't get Secret Service? No. Only the people that are senior get any kind of like bodyguards or anything. Like AOC, I don't think has one. She might because of like the number of credible death threats, but like Katie Porter doesn't. Katie Porter is just some lady for as far as the government's concerned for most of it. AOC, I bet you, doesn't even have it, honestly. Texas gun holders no longer need a FOID card or background checks, which is extremely dangerous. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you can just concealed carry in Texas. I don't follow it anymore, but there used to be a Twitter account for the shit the TSA confiscates at security in airports, nunchucks and grenades and canes with hidden swords. Fuck, I need a cane with a hidden sword. That's the gentleman's cane. Security is one of the issues about her showing up to the AOU event, but I don't know if that means private security. Probably does, yeah. Yeah, if you get threatened, they'll like throw some security on them, but for the most part, they don't. Otherwise, Mike and his Project Veritas buddies would have got to... First of all, AOC follows me on Twitter and invited me to ask her questions, so fuck you. Okay, number one. Number two, the PV guy was a pathetic loser who asked for a picture. I was in, he's like, oh, please, can I get a picture? I drove for so many hours. And I was like, just ask her. And then he's like, that's what I said. Why did I even tell you guys that?
Justifiably being attacked for being a dildo.
False accusation.
And just like a regular run-of-the-mill.
You're a simp? Hell yeah, dude. Simping's great. I simp for all my friends. I think that simping for your friends is based. I think not giving I think not being an anxious little dweeb and going like, oh, I can't believe I simped for my friends. That's so embarrassing. Simp for your friends. I'm more certain that AOC has a hell of security as well as keeping gun on her at all times. There's no fucking shot that AOC carries a gun.
Bring annoying
no
fucking
shot
Republican.
She carries a gun.
And, we need to hyper-focus on the important things. Like how he one time lovingly referred to Hitler as the Führer while visiting while completing his checklist of must-see sites in, I think it was like Switzerland, where he went to Hitler's vacation home. That was really weird. I mean, that was really fucking weird, dude.
What is this Clip Channel? What are you doing, Clip Channel? Okay, so now, this is what I want to see. This is the newest Madison Cawthorn drama from yesterday. It is fucking spice. I can't believe this is actually being posted by people. Usenet King, thanks for the 5 tier 1s. Man, you already make 6 figures? Oh, wait, yeah, no shit. Yeah. And then I could get banned tomorrow. Grinding Noob, thanks for the 23 months. If you were forced to push the ad button, what would be your terms? Like Hasan with 1 minute of ads? I could do 1 minute, but it wouldn't give me that much money. It's not worth it for me. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it. I'll see what I can do. Mike, weren't you going to talk about platform? Oh yeah, let me finish this part and then we'll talk about that.
You can look at what our fancy lad is doing here. Madison Cawthorn reciting poetry.
Do you pay your mods a living wage? Fuck no. I do give my mods some stuff, but a living wage for doing what? There's only a couple mods who spend a significant amount of time doing work for the stream. Sushi Mom is one. The other mods, I love my mods. I appreciate my law enforcement, but Sushi Mom I give a lot of shit to. So $50 for running an ad every hour gives you $30K a year if you stream 20 hours a week. First of all, it doesn't give me $50 for pushing the ad button on Twitch. Just to make that clear. I was saying that if it was on YouTube, it would, but not on Twitch. Just to be clear.
Scheduler's hand on his crotch.
Be filled with passion and desire. I would like to see your naked body in my hands.
Me too. Yeah.
Say again. Let's do this one more time, chat.
What our fancy lad is doing here. Madison Cawthorn reciting poetry. Caught on
Sushi Mom best mod. True.
Scheduler's hand on his crotch.
It's because of the hard work isn't really appreciated by me.
Me too. Yeah.
Be filled with passion and desire.
Wait, what? Wait, they're trying to make this into... Wait, hold on. This isn't even good. Like, this is just... Oh, dude, the most... Oh, dude, my favorite.
Caught on video with male schedule's hand on his crotch. The dude barely tapped it. Who gives a fuck? This is some weird ass... This is like the lib homophobia. This is lib homophobia, in my opinion. Like, who cares? But I guess on the other hand, like, I understand if people really cared about hypocrisy, the point of like, yes, every Republican is, of course, a cosmopolitan who doesn't care about gay people. If you're an elite, so much so that you're a congressperson, you're surrounded by gay people. Of course you are. Everybody is. They don't give a shit. They don't care about this. I mean, like, they're American. You think they care about traditional morality? What? Come on. Have you seen Fox News for 5 minutes?
Favorite. There's always a chatter who will do this. Like, chatter who's never left his house in his entire life and has ever had, like, a male friendship. That's sexual assault?
Listen, don't touch people's crotches without their consent. But come on, folks, that's not a criminal act. Let's relax, okay? Also, you don't know the context of their relationship, so quit. God, the desire to make awkward interactions into criminal behaviors is some weird ass shit that people do. Hey, Mike, chat wants to know if choking someone means you're trying to kill them. I'm not gonna get into this.
Okay, no. There's a longer throw to Venmo transactions, some other shit.
Oh shit, the Venmo transactions. Okay.
Harvey Milk. I mean, okay, listen, he's just he's toast and it's delicious. Yo, what's wrong with liberals, dude? Liberals are so weird, dude.
Liberal homophobia is so fucking weird, man. It's so weird.
Why does it take him like absolutely nothing to just get like straight homophobic? Venmo stuff for loving me daily and nightly, the quickie at the airport, the stuff we did in Amsterdam, getting naked for me in Sweden. Okay, once again.
First of all, this is in 2018. It's a joke. This is even before. Come on, man. This is like before he was even in Congress. Come on. These are just jokes between friends. Who cares? Come on. By the way, the Venmo is creepy. Venmo is fucking creepy. Why is me giving someone payment need to be a social media site? Fuck you. Fuck you. Off topic, but very hilarious. Okay, I'll allow it. If Elon Musk were in China, they'd have executed him by now for being such an annoying bitch. You know, I was very, the Chinese Communist Party, it's pretty good.
Okay, so,
Chinese Communist Party, they've got some things that they're got going for them. The squirrel is funny as fuck.
Madison Cawthorn is 27 years old. Have you never had male friends? What is going on? I mean, I know that God, I didn't realize this fucking community also straight up was like, guys do extremely gay shit all the time to one another. If you've ever been a part of like organized sports in any capacity, a fraternity in any capacity, ever been around like cishet men in their own, left to their own devices, make seahorses look like like straight and narrow. Okay, you know how like seahorses fucking turn their outie into an innie? They turn their dick into a vagina when there's no other fucking female seahorses around. Like that's how cishet men are. Okay, straight up gay as fuck, like the most gay. Okay, it's very, very strange that people are just like have you not been around dudes? Like, are you not a dude or have been around other like dudes? It's just that's how cishet dudes bond, by being gay as fuck with the bros. It's only weird if you're actually gay. Yeah, no, that's bad and wrong and immoral, of course. Yeah. Grabbed my mate's dick while drunk once. Didn't say no homo and have no idea he was like why he was with his dick out. What? This is pretty funny that like I don't know. I would have expected this community to at least know, you know what I mean? Like a little bit. Gay chicken American cishet men's favorite game. Motherfucker said immoral. Yeah, I'm a LGBT foe. You know this already. No, but this is how it is. This is how it works. And then also on top of that, like cishet men get gay as fuck. And in like locker rooms and in general.
This is kind of like a cultural thing where dudes just like bro relationships. They're always playing with homophobia because for men in our society, they don't have the ability to have like a normal, strong, close relationship with someone without it sexualizing it. So if you have a really close friendship, you have to joke about how it's homoerotic constantly. You have to constantly reference back to like sexuality. You have to constantly be like, oh man, I'm gay for you and blah, 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 blah. You got to like kiss each other and blah, ooh. And you've got to do this like very over the top like acknowledgement of your feelings, and you can't be like earnest, like, man, I love you, dude, as a friend, as a bro, like you're the best. You have to be like, oh, I'm gay for you. Everything has to be sexualized because to be a dude, you have to be sexualizing things constantly. You can't just like earnestly have a relationship that doesn't have this kind of feature. This is just considered to be normal this is how guys are socialized in America, to act toward their friends. Very normal, very not obnoxious at all. And if you can't do that, then you actually are gay. Exactly.
This is how a lot of cishet men like show love to one another in fraternities, shit like that. Extremely gay. This doesn't stop them in many instances from being homophobic as well, for the record. Like some will literally say, I remember when Michael Sam first came out, they were like, well, we can't have that in the locker room. It's like, motherfucker, what do you mean? Like, well, he's gonna like it. Like that's part of the reason why all these fucking dumbass homophobes get like scared. They're like, well, if I'm touching a dude's penis and he enjoys it, then it's all of a sudden that's something different. It's like, you should see see Air Force boot camp, I suspect that it happens everywhere where you put dudes around one another. So I went to an all boys boarding school and I'm gay. Yeah, there you go.
Platonically holding hands would be dope.
So
people can't do that. You can't do that in America.
He's so scared of being perceived as gay. Why didn't he hide his public Venmo activity? What the fuck? High school football locker rooms were super
But
gay.
yeah, the
That's
Keffel
what I
stuff
mean.
starts
It's like,
it starts at 4 p.m.
It's
I'm probably gonna
incredibly
send you
gay,
guys
but
over there.
also
Just
in a lot
like
of-
I'm probably gonna raid into Keffel's anyway, even if Keffel's isn't live. We have a little bit left. We got a while to go on the stream yet, but after Keffel's isn't live, then like you can just hit the follow button for Keffel's, and then when the stream starts, you can hang out.
But instances incredibly homophobic at the same time, which is what I suspect Madison Cawthorn is exactly like. Not even remotely surprising. But also, none of this, ironically, implies that he is actually gay. And it's pretty funny that some of you immediately jumped on this and were like, oh, this is because he's gay. No, this is just straight guy shit. Chatters for some dumb guys acting gay is the funniest shit in the world and nothing else comes close. But it's not even like dumb guy shit. It's just like how dudes also, you know, express love to one another. You know, I mean, you see the way Will and I act around one another all the time. I mean, we are dumb guys though, to be fair. A quickie, isn't that sex? Yes, dude. Like, that's the joke, is that they probably fucking got Chipotle or something and he wrote like, haha, the quickie at the airport. Like, that's, God, leftist chat, dude. Holy shit. Okay, let me explain, okay? Because this is a leftist community.
All the smears
No
Cawthorn
jokes,
recently
obviously.
make me believe he actually was telling the truth. It's so funny because I gotta tell you, chat. How is Hasan getting stun locked this much? What is happening with Hasan? He's been completely stun locked on like random comments. COVID brain fog. Like, you could make a lot of I mean, personally, like, when my commentary like on this is, no, this is absolutely true. And the reason why people are coming after Madison is he's a leaky ship. Loose lips sink ships. They don't want him going out there and blabbing out about what they're doing. So they're going to take him out. They don't need him. Fuck him. And anybody who's doing cocaine, anybody who's doing an orgy, they don't want this loose lips out there blabbing to every QAnon podcast. Get him. His chat has gotten even dumber recently, but also he has not adjusted how he streams since he was like at 10K subs. I don't know. I mean, like, if there's a really dumb take, then there's no reason to even acknowledge it, unless you're seeing like a lot of the dumb take, and then you should just unlock that because your community is. Oh, Keffels is on. Okay, great. Well, good.
Sometimes when you're really immature, you say sex, haha, funny, and it's additionally sex, haha, funny if it's gay sex, okay? Because like, ooh, I'm being bad, gay sex, haha, funny.
Yeah, exactly.
So sometimes you will say like, you know, you'll make it seem like it's an act of sex when it's just like a regular commodity purchase, okay? Basically, that's what's going on here.
Like, when you give money to your friend, like, say you guys went to a restaurant and he picked up the tab and then you send him a Venmo for your half. You can kind of like, you know, you're clowning him, you're making fun of him by saying he's a sex worker and you were the John, which implies that he was the bottom, right? And so, you know, if a man is the bottom, then he's in the feminine position. So you can simultaneously smear him as a sex worker, but also say that he is, you know, his masculinity is subsumed to yours. This is the kind of explaining jokes 101 with Mike from PA.
No way you're explaining it. No, I feel like I have to. Bro, stop using the seahorse analogy. They don't change sexes. They just have a pocket where they basically hold eggs until they hatch. My bad, dude. I'm sorry. For the sanctity of the fucking seahorses.
I'm pretty sure if someone is going to pay for sex work, you're going to have them top. Come on, Mike, basic shit.
Splinter Discord, they've literally.
I mean, is that how it works? I mean, you know, if you're buying a male sex worker, are they typically the top? I don't know. I don't. You're gonna have to tell me the culture around that. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't purchase sex work. CDC reports human case of H5N1 bird flu. Oh no.
Literally never.
Normies
laughed,
making jokes
so.
that are homophobic in nature. Exactly.
The very moment that you enter a Splinter Discord, it just automatically, I'm going to assume that you have never laughed a day in your life, okay? Because the only reason why you set up a Splinter Discord is with all your other homies who are like, I don't get this joke stuff. What's going on? Why are they're doing that thing again? Gay sex is not funny. It is not something to make fun of unless you are literally homophobic. Are you homophobic? Yes. I am an LGBT foe. This chat feels like explaining human behavior to aliens sometimes. I mean, yeah. But yeah, it's not an accident. It is.
I think it's really kind of not surprising at all. And so this is actually pretty based. This is going to be quality content. I can't wait for Madison to go on Hasan's stream. As far as platforming, chat, this is an opportunity for us to clown on and discredit both the Republican Party, the establishment, and Madison Cawthorn. That's called a victory. Madison Cawthorn is a congressman. Whether you like it or not, what he says is newsworthy. Who he is newsworthy. You're not platforming. He's not Nick Fuentes. He's not Lauren Southern, right? Who are just like weird right-wing grifters. He's actually somebody with power. So bringing him on your stream and clowning on him and also attacking the Democratic and especially Republican Party establishment, that's a good thing to do. You're not winning by like pretending Madison Cawthorn doesn't exist. Okay? Like that's and like I'm kind of wary of the platforming argument. I sometimes think that there's some truth to it when you're talking about purely media personalities, but when somebody is a politician or somebody with power, it doesn't apply. But what if likely it doesn't turn out the way you think it is? Oh well. You don't know what's going to happen in a battle until the swords clash, you know? But if you structure yourself as advantageous of a possible position, you're going to have to fight eventually. So that's going to be fucking great.